Candidates for State Senator, District 2. Jeannie Castine, Party Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.jeanniecastine.com/. I am a parent, educator, and former school board president. As a middle school and high school teacher, I have seen firsthand how policies at the state level have created a two-tier educational system. Two-tier education system that hurts entire communities. I first ran for my local school board 10 years ago because I realized that if I wanted to truly make a difference in my students' lives, I needed to get involved in policy and governance. I believe that every child deserves access to an excellent public education, and that their families should have access to fair wages, clean air, and affordable housing. For too long, elected leadership in Arizona has ignored the needs of working class families and has increasingly promoted extremist policies designed to game the system for a select few. Arizona deserves elected leaders who will fight for the needs of everyday people and promote the common good. Steve Kaiser, Party Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.steve4az.com/. I'm running for Arizona State Senate because our district needs consistent, conservative leadership that always stands up for our values and protects our way of life. Since I took an oath to our Constitution, first as a civil affairs captain in the U.S. Army, and then as a representative in the Arizona State House, I've been dedicated to public service. After returning in 2008 from my deployment in Afghanistan, I started a small business and began to raise a family. I realized the importance of protecting Arizona's future. Arizona has a long history of being a state of boundless opportunity and limitless prosperity. But since the Biden administration took office, things started to change. The humanitarian crisis at our border threatens the safety of our communities. Runaway inflation is leading to higher costs of living, and housing affordability is rare. We're paying more taxes for poor quality education. And we're not confident in the integrity of our elections. We're losing the state we know and love. Now is the time to step up and save Arizona before it's too late. That's why I'm running for re-election, to continue serving you in the state Senate. Candidates for State Representative, District 2. Christian Lamar. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.christianforarizona.com. I got involved in politics after witnessing how much President Donald J. Trump included God in his political activities before he got elected. At Trump rallies, in the MAGA agenda, and at the White House, and while Trump implemented his policies. I voted for Trump twice, once in 2016 and 2020. I saw how the media attacked Trump in 2015. And God touched my heart, leading me into politics. I began to study hundreds of US Supreme Court cases, learned that our country has been taken from the people who are the citizens, and I got involved by attending the 2018 annual meetings of the Arizona Republican Party and Maricopa County Republicans. When elected, I will fight to ban Dominion voting systems, ban duplicate ballots, require in-person verification for failed ballot signatures, allow Arizona citizens to take video and photos of any election worker, require body cams on all election workers, and fight for voter ID laws. I will protect our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, secure our southern border by finishing the wall, fight for parental rights, protect unborn babies by being 100% pro-life, and fight for American jobs by putting American workers first. Judy Schwabert. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.judyforaz.com. I've spent my life in LD20 as the mom of two sons, a teacher for 27 years at Cactus and Greenway High Schools, and a community leader. I know and share the priorities of our district. This is my home. As a teacher, co-founder of Theater Works, church board member, community center director, and leader of a nonpartisan group with demonstrated impact, I've learned powerful lessons about how listening and working together gives everyone a chance to succeed. I was deeply honored to be elected as your representative to the State House in 2020, where I've continued to listen and work together to address the issues that are important to you and your family. In my first 2 years, I helped direct federal dollars to preschool programs for at-risk children and families, and sponsored a bipartisan adult education bill to allow Arizonans to lift themselves out of poverty, provide employers with an educated workforce, and help all of us to thrive. I share your priorities, including investing in our public schools, creating good paying jobs, addressing our housing, water, and healthcare crisis, and protecting our freedom to vote. I will always put people first, not politics. Pierce, Waichoff. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, piercew4az.com/. I am a conservative Republican for now and for always. What we need in our state legislature are conservative Republicans. Government mandates and lockdowns were horrific for our community. For the past 2 years, Arizonans have struggled to recover from the deep economic, educational, and social consequences of a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. As a husband, father, and small business owner, I understand firsthand the challenges our district faces. Conservatism, low taxes, law and order, and a strong southern border works. Unelected bureaucrats, power-hungry politicians that sacrifice our freedom, free will, and free markets to expand government don't. Woke ideology is teaching our children to hate America and our founding principles. Our border is wide open to drugs, violent crime, and human trafficking, threatening the safety of our neighborhoods. And you're being forced to choose between your career and medical freedom. That's why I'm running to serve you in the Arizona State House. Our country is at a turning point. It's become increasingly clear that if we don't do something now, it'll soon be too late. It's time for a change, and I'm ready to step up and fight for you. Let's empower the next generation and Arizona's future. Justin Wilmeth, Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.justinwilmethaz.com. I have had the honor of serving in the Arizona House of Representatives for the past 2 years. I've spent that time fighting against overreaching COVID mandates and supporting election integrity reforms. In 2021, I had more bills signed into law than any other first-year freshman in modern state history. I'm very proud I can be an effective legislator for our district, and I understand how to get the job done. During my first term, I was the vice chairman of the Transportation Committee. Also, I was a member of the Commerce Committee and Health Committee. Those topics are all fascinating to me, and you'd be surprised what comes our way in those committees. I've spent my entire career in public policy. I've worked a combined 12 years at 2 different state legislatures, including here in Arizona, where I was a policy staffer for the Republican caucus. I also worked at Americans for Prosperity, a conservative entity focused on lowering taxes, regulations, and shrinking government wherever possible. I'm running again to ensure our great state continues to be friendly for free markets and individual liberties. I look forward to earning your support.